Yeah, it was getting a little bit frustrating, and Eric was actually out and he was doing shows or doing stuff in Japan.
Okay.
And he came back, and I was in the power plant and training and just kind of getting frustrated. And he just said, "Let's let's start practicing and doing some stuff tag team wise." And we started going over some moves and putting together a little bit of a tag match. I think we got a house show or something in some gymnasium somewhere, and it was just it was fun. And then we did something for Vern Gagne, and
Okay.
my first real match probably I got paid for was Vern Gagne in Minnesota at an Indian reservation casino.
So that was for the AWA?
I don't even know if it was even a federation. It was it was a one-off deal for us. Tito Santana was there. In fact, I think that's who we wrestled, him and somebody else. And that's how long ago I can barely remember it. But I believe that he even recognized. He said he advised that we should go WWF or do a tryout.
Yeah.
And of course, Eric had some contacts. He called Jim Ross, and they were doing a house show in Macon, Georgia.
Okay.
We drove up there. We had a dark match, and we wrestled Barry Horowitz and the Brooklyn Brawler.
Oh, sweet. Two good guys.
And yeah, and killed it. We really killed it. It was great. We were, the crowd was awesome. We were doing all these double moves and stuff, and came out, and JJ Dillon, Vince was there, Jim Ross. They were just like, come on.
Yeah. So they signed you guys right there?
Really did. Yeah. They wanted to, but I was still under contract with WCW.
Oh, shit.
And I had to go, oh shit, now what do I got to do? Now I got to go back. And I was on a high. And they said, yeah, we want you. We want to sign you. We got some plans already. I mean, it was great because they were starting to build this new generation.
Yeah.
And it's the same time that, John Paul Levesque, who is Triple H, that whole era that started to come in. But I was still under contract at WCW, and I'm thinking, all right, now somebody's going to get excited about this. Either I'm going to get pushed at WCW, they're going to come off with a little bit more money. This is going to be a good thing. I'll figure out what's going to happen. And the office found out. Jody took me into the office up at TNN, right?
Yeah.
TNN Towers. And basically they just told me, get your ass back down to the power plant, or we won't sue you. We won't sue you. That's how it was.
Oh,
because
shit.
I hate WWF. I hate them with a passion. Did you ever step in there and you get your ass back down to power plant? And I'm just sitting here going, wait, what? Thinking that there's nothing that's going to come about it. I felt like I'm right in the same spot. There's nothing, what do I do? I didn't want to burn a bridge, but I'm like, well, okay. And then.
So you asked for a release?
No, I just took off. Went the next 2 days. We were in Titan Towers, going over.
So Eric wasn't under contract with WCW at this point.
No. He was released and then went to Japan, came back, and then we started doing some tag team stuff. And like I said, we went to the Vern Gagne, did our dark match in Macon, and next week we were in Titan Towers.
This is how bad Chad Fortune is. He said, WCW said, if you go back to power plant where he won't sue you, and he said, screw you, I'm going to WWF.
I don't think I said it just like that for all the people are saying, but I didn't have a choice. There wasn't much of a choice. I could go in there and kind of die at the power plant and not go anywhere and just hope that somebody's going to say, okay, we're going to start using you on TV. There wasn't any kind of talk like that.
And you weren't afraid they were going to try to sue you? You just knew that was smoke?
I don't think I cared. I felt like WWE or WWF at the time, WWE was, this is a lifetime. I mean, as I start continuing the story, that we were picked up at the airport in limousines, brought to Titan Towers, met with J.J. Dillon and Vince. Vince told us a story about how they came up with the Undertaker, and kind of talked about his background and blah blah blah, and then we decided we're going to use the Undertaker, and then it was all him that kind of created the whole gimmick, and the Undertaker lived. So that's what he wanted for us to do. He sent us into downtown New York at a casting agency's place that was just going to vamp our whole gimmick. We told them, we were good friends at the university, we were teammates, blah blah blah. And they put this whole thing together. Renderings. I mean, there was 2-foot renderings of each of our costumes.
That's cool.
And that was the gimmick, right? The Techno Team 2000, and there was a lot of money supposedly behind it too.
So what do you think of that gimmick when they give it to you?
Well, you're excited about anything at that point. You're like, well, we can make it. I mean, the whole thing, they were trying to showcase that we were a team, that we were friends from a thing. But, of course, the names, Troy and Travis Techno, I mean, it was kind of hokey. But this was WWF, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were along for the ride. Whatever they wanted, we were going to do.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, we showed up, and then get this. So we were taken in downtown New York and got fittings for costumes or outfit stuff. Flown to Houston. They made our boots there.
God dang.
Everything was shipped to our first event. And you want to know what our first event was?
Who was that?
Madison Square Garden.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to wrestle there.
Oh my God. And you know what our second event was?
Boston Garden? God dang.